屋上のユリレイさん。ユリって何なんだろう。
Okay, this is gonna be weird. Hi, storytellers. My name is Drifterthorn, and welcome to Kindred Spirits on the Roof. Fair warning, this is a girl-on-girl romance, so if you don't like that, click the X button, because I don't need the negative comments. But if you're into that kind of thing, you're okay with that kind of thing, then welcome as we play this. I think it's like a novel-type game, you know, you read the little thing. Kind of like... Oh, no, I can't think of a thing. Anyways, we're gonna do this. Oh. So, if you like that type of stuff like I do, you're welcome. If not, X button right there, click it, get out of here. There's plenty of other stuff to watch. Another beautiful day. After the end of the holidays, the air up on the roof had really started to feel like summer. The sun was high in the sky, almost annoyingly. God, that's a hard word to say. And how figurally it shined. I was already finding my vest stuffy, even though we only just changed into our spring uniforms. I hated uniforms in school. I'm just putting it out there. White collared shirt, bun up all the way, tan pants. You had to have a belt. You had to be tan, and then you had to have it tucked in. No, thank you. But we were above the town, and I was on the roof. Up here, the breeze was cool and comfortable. I finished off the soup in my little thermos and sighed, relieved that I had been correct to pack a warm meal for lunch. My hands habitually moved to clean up the rest of my food. I closed the lid of my small two-tiered lunchbox and wrapped it up in a scarf on my lap. Gathering the bundle, I set my items down on the bench next to me. Then I stood. I like this music. Oh crap. Pooh. I was just about to say I'm gonna have no clue how to say the last name. Japanese people do it backwards, right? Isn't like their first name is like the second one? I don't know. I'm not expert on other cultures. I'm barely an expert on my culture. So Tuma? Is that how you say that? Yuna. Popped my elbows against the roof fence and sighed, as I always did. Sighed as if my lunch had perkily filled my stomach and pushed out my breath. I was careful not to lean too far. The students who came up to the roof are asked not to rest against the fence, but the barrier, only a meter high, tempts you to relax on it and to look over the scenery. The bottom half of my view was the townscape, the top half a shining blue sky. At my eye level were the mountains surrounding the area. Silhouettes on the horizon. I could clearly see the summits of the mountains, their peaks sharp against this oh my god, I can't read this, might have been a bad idea. Cloudless sky. The weather was really nice. I could hear the voices of other students on the roof from behind me, though their words were lost among the sound of lunch. If they were speaking, it meant they just had to come up here with someone. If they were speaking, it meant they must have came up here with someone. Unless they're talking to themselves like I do constantly. The roof seemed more popular than usual today. The first years who had started school a month ago were probably getting used to things by now. They probably noticed the roof is a perfect place to eat on days with nice weather like today. I had thought the population up here would rise quickly, but that hadn't been proven true. Maybe because we've been on a break. They were probably in their classrooms with friends discussing all they'd done over the holidays. Strangely, it seems mostly single people or groups of two would come to the roof. There aren't many groups with 3 or more. Maybe with larger groups that just meant likely that one person wouldn't want to eat up here. Maybe it's too much trouble to climb all the way up when you have too many with you. As far as the groups of 2, well, I get that. It sort of feels like a picnic if you eat up here on the roof. I imagine it starts when one of them asks and the other thinks it sounds fun and goes along. The people who come to the roof alone may have friends who just happen to be absent today. Either that, or they didn't like eating alone in the classroom, like me. I hated eating inside school because you were there, like, for 8 hours days anyways. Why would you, like, if you had a chance to go outside, I always went outside. Even when it was cold, I was outside. Like, unless it was, like, really heavily raining, I always ate my lunches outside. Like me, anxious in the classroom. Too many people there. Totally agree with that. Friends, classmates, people who like to talk to you. All of them peering eyes. Well, except for the friends. Yeah, there's way too many people in the classroom. There just wasn't much going on there. Oh, too much going on there. That's why I come to the roof during lunch. I come to a place with a few people as possible, and after eating, I look out at the scenery. I like that too, except our scenery was in the city, so it was buildings, and our was pretty much fenced in, so it was like a jail. So I wonder if the what is that burdick root was a little too salty. I'm assuming that's the type of food you had for lunch. I murmured quietly to myself. I love hearing other people speak like in their native languages. I just think it's so cool. I have no clue what it's saying, which I'm assuming is what's in the lines is, but it's still, I love hearing that. I thought Hina would enjoy it after her morning practice at least. She probably worked up a sweat again today. I didn't put that much bardic in it, so I doubt she minded. Well, it's not like she usually leaves much anyway. The weather really is nice today. The sunlight's really pouring down. It was a good idea to wear sunscreen today. I should make sure Hina protects her skin too. She never gives that sort of thing any thought. Oh, maybe that's why there aren't too many people up here today. Whatever trifling thoughts passed through my mind, huh? I thought about all sorts of things. I stared out absently at the view. Thought? No, things were just coming to mind, really. And I always ended with this line from an old classic. The phrase always pops into my head as a habit. I always bring my attention back from the scenery when it does. I feel like an old lady, though I have no clue what that is. Shinryu-shan? Sensei? I don't know. T, lay down. The literature teacher would probably object to that idea. It's called being an old soul. I get told that all the time. Rose, you're an old soul. Thanks. This time I leaned with my back against the fence. This was also forbidden by the teachers, but no one paid that rule any mind. If they're really that afraid of accidents, they should have built a taller fence, or just locked the door so no one can go up there. But their warning probably weren't without reasons, and I don't need to be deliberate, and I do not need to be deliberate nor them. That is what that says, right? That sounds really wrong. I pick myself off the fence and sit back down on the bench I've been using earlier. My hands found their way to my pockets. One of my fingertips ran across a small package, reminding me to take it out. It was something, anal? Again, all these Japanese are giving me so much problems. It gave me it as I left the classroom. She laughed, calling it a highly recommended new product. I looked it over and found the packaging. Brown sugar lotus root. I don't know what that word is either. Oh, this is gonna be really bad. Well, she did say it was tasty. The fact that there's more in it. The fact that there's more to it than taste is just like I suppose. I don't think that's how you say that name, but I would understand if it was supposed to be flavored with the fragrance of lotus, but why put lotus root in it? And a logician? I haven't heard anything about ludicrous being good for the throat. Well, it's probably sweet at least. I took it no, thank you, not in my ears. I took it out of the wrapping to find it was inky black. Rolling it around my hand for a moment, I tossed it into my mouth.
What drives you to such lengths?
I almost swallowed the thing. I was so surprised by the voice that sounded by my ears.
What are you thinking, taking poison on such a nice sunny day?
Oh, it's two different people talking now.
You mustn't hurry to your death. Surely you have many things to look forward to.
Wait, what? What? I heard voices from behind me. Who were they? I could hear two of them. When did they get back there? I don't know if rather I should talk over the Japanese voices or let them finish and then say it in English.
Something awful must have happened to you, but you can't just toss aside your life like that. What sort of awful thing happened to you, I wonder? To make you swallow such a dark black poison.
No, seriously, what? Poison? What I just swallow? No, wait a second. I love how they're talking about it poison instead of being like, teacher, help. She's trying to kill herself.
Poison? Must be a terrible way to go, feeling sick but unable to cough up the toxin. If you have troubles, I gladly listen to them. If that eases your burn at all, please rethink this. Then your body starts to numb and you fall.
It's two different voices. I don't do good with female voices. That's like the one flaw.
Then your body starts to numb and you fall to the floor and everything goes black before your eyes.
See, she has like a... She's not as high as the other one, and I'm going to do really bad at this.
What are you worried about? Is it love? It must be. You've fallen in love with some girl, haven't you? It must be so painful not knowing what to do.
No, it's just... This is just candy. I said, turning around. They? I lost my words. Because there were two girls standing behind me when I turned around. Yeah, they've been talking to you. It's just a candy, not poison.
We know that, silly.
What is this?
We're sorry. It looks like you were more surprised than we expected.
Two girls. Wearing uniforms? I didn't recognize. No, one looked more like a woman than a girl.
Oh, we were just teasing you. I mean, that black candy looked just like poison, don't you think?
I just like listening to the voices. I do such a bad job of like mimicking them though.
It really was pitch black. Is that sort of thing popular lately? I seem to see it a lot nowadays. What flavor is it?
It's sweet, but it's got brown sugar in it, so it's sort of a light flavor. The lotus root isn't very bitter. What exactly am I answering for?
Brown sugar comes from sugar canes, right? It must taste like
something. I am so sorry. I have a hard time with English words.
That's lotus root in it. How peculiar.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be so bad at this. This is a bad idea. Why don't I choose a reading game? Ugh. One was a bit of an unclothed girl in white sailor uniform who looked about my age. Her hair was light brown, though it didn't look dyed. There are a lot of strange combinations like this. It's what makes new players stand out, I guess. The other one wore a typical sailor uniform, with hair long and as black as her clothes. She looked even more grown up than the third-year upperclassmen.
Would you mind sharing one? Just kidding, it's not like we could. Taste it.
Oh, see, why can't you give me names I can actually say?
What is it?
Okay, you know what? Since this is a name and you're like one of the main characters, I'm gonna have to look it up. And then see if I can't remember it. Sauchi. Okay, that's how my phone says.
What is it, Sauchi-san?
What is going on? They're suddenly gone quiet. It was only one piece, so I couldn't split it anyways. No, it's not it. Why are they suddenly staring at me? They were just laughing a second ago. Okay. They were laughing before my eyes. Before my eyes. Right before my eyes.
あなた
You...
Yes? Before? Why is it so surprising that yes, they're standing right there. We can see them very clearly. Was...
私たちの姿が見えているのね
Can see us?
Am I not supposed to see you? Yes? I had the bench to my back, so when I turned around, I should have seen nothing but the fence at the edge of the roof.
声
Our voices.
めぐみたちの
You can?
聞こえているのね
Hear our voices?
I need to go higher pitch for her. I know that, and yet because I'm stuck with the voice, it's not gonna do it. Yeah? The two of them were standing there.
サチさん
Sachi-san!
めぐみ
Oh, see, now you say the names. Megany? No, I'm not gonna remember this.
めぐみたちの声が聞こえている人がいためぐみたちのこと見
I
えてる
kind
人
of
がいた
wish, like, it was that high-pitched voice. I kind of wish they were just saying it in English, though, and I could just, like, be here just reacting to it. Alright,
There's someone who can hear our voices. There's someone who can see us. Yes!
and the tiny space between the bench and the fence. No, the space isn't wide enough for anyone to stand there.
ねえもしかしたら
Could it be?
そうね
Okay, I'm really
やっと私たちは見つけること
wondering
が
if I
でき
could
たの
turn off the voices.
そうねやっと私たちは
Yes,
見
it
つけ
is.
ることができ
We've
たの
finally
ね
done it.
I don't know why, but I feel like I could somehow see the fence right through the happy pair. They're ghosts!
あなた
Hey, you.
聞こえているのよね私たちの声
This is a problem with trying to record when there's electricians in the house. They're very loud.
You heard our voices, didn't you? Then
The roof of the three-story Hokushiken building? They were on the edge of the roof, 10 meters from the ground, without fear, not even touching the fence.
私たち
we have.
Standing there, almost as if they were floating in the air. They're
あなたに
A favor.
faintly transparent. I could see the mountains through them. I could see them.
聞いてほしい話が
We like to ask.
I desperately held down the screen to thread to escape my lips, grabbing my lunch bag and taking off, running towards the door to the stairs.
あちょっと
Olivia, wait!
あ
Where are you going?
Where? I'm running away from here, of course. Yeah, who's nuts enough to talk to a ghost? I would totally talk to a ghost. As you shut the door, because you tell you have to do it really violently, so that way it bounces off and then it slowly reopens again.
ユナおかえり
Oh, great. This is another one. Okay, all my favorite voices are just going to sound the same. I have this one voice. That's it.
Oh, Yuna, welcome back.
Nice glasses, girl. See, I'm just going to look at how to say this, because I feel like I'm saying it wrong. I'll just go like, I know. Fuji called out to me as I entered the classroom, headed back to my seat. She's a friend I made after starting high school here, and after starting school here, and not counting Hina, one of the few I could be myself with. Aino always greets me when I return to class. She's friendly, but not so friendly that she pesters me about eating alone. She has some bad habits, but I find them a little daring, actually.
今日はずいぶんゆっくり
You
して
took
たん
your
だ
time
ね
today, huh?
言い
Were
方
you
ね
napping?
Yeah, I might have. Yes, that's right. I must have dozed off and had a weird dream.
うわユナ
Whoa, Una! Yuna! You're like sweating buckets. Were you rushing to get back? There's still a bit of time, you know. Wait, what's wrong? You're white as a sheet, Yuna.
Huh? White as a sheet? Am I? Noticeably?
Did something happen up on the roof?
Yeah. Oh, no. What should I do? Should I tell her I had a weird dream? I dozed off and dreamed I met some ghosts, but she might creep out if I say that. I might prefer both of us could be creeped out together, though. No. Ano might just laugh it off. She's carefree like that. I just had a bit of a weird... Before I can say dream, the bell signaled the beginning of the afternoon classes room. The bell? Already? When did that happen? I'd never had bells. It was more like a siren to summon us back to class. No, it's nothing. Hurry back to your seat. You know, that's not the word I wanted to say. Ano! It's Ano! I'm actually probably not saying that right either, but that's what we're gonna go with.
Okay, Yuna. Go to the nurse's office and start feeling bad, okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I just had like 3 glasses to drink during lunch. It's fine. With unconvincing chuckle, I wave. See, I have to pause it each day because I have to be like, how do you say that? How do you say that? Ano off, and she sat back at her seat. Our first afternoon class begun. Somehow, I composed myself, possibly thanks to Ano's encouragement, and was able to focus on the class a little. The teacher's words weren't quite getting through to me, but I was at least able to copy down the words on the blackboard. My mind wandered as my hand took notes. The only conclusion is that it was a dream, and it's not as if I could say with absolute certainty that ghosts didn't exist, but I couldn't possibly have seen some myself. That's why it must have been a dream. I must have dozed off, and I was just confused when I woke up and took off running. I'm glad I didn't tell Ano. If I gone on like that, I probably would have been able to pretend it was just a dream. No, it was just a dream. So I wouldn't have had to pretend anything. Oh, whatever. I should concentrate in class. I looked back at the blackboard. We always called them chalkboards because you used chalk to write on them. At the moment, I heard... Oh, that would be so creepy! Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I totally played this because I knew there were ghosts in it, and I'm like, oh, it's Halloween. It's getting Halloween. This will be like slowly Halloween-ish, right? Because, I mean, it's ghosts, right? It counts, right?
Found you.
A faint voice just next to my ear. Did you write that in blood? Okay, this might be more of a scary game than I thought. There's no ghost in here, right? You tell me if you saw someone behind me, right? Red letters had appeared on the blackboard. Eek! The teacher hadn't rented them. I mean, they weren't her neat handwriting. They were round, girlish letters, and not in chalk, white, but a visible, vibrant red, dripping from edges like wet paint. Yeah, that's what it is. It's paint. It's totally not anything else. I heard a clattering sound in my head. Oh, that's my teeth. Ooh, no, don't do that. And while the noise shook me... So you're in this class. Why did you put a dead bunny? That's just mean. The words were rewritten, with no eraser in sight. They faded gradually, and new words rose to take their place. Anybody else seen this? I mean, the words and the bunny. And... No, just me? Okay, cool. I hope I'm not actually. I finally screamed and drove hard enough into my seat to make a noise. I'm so glad you say their names now, because I would not know what they were. The teacher had been writing on the blackboard, turned around and stared at me. I was already halfway out of my seat. Really? That's what your first concern is? I mean, good for you, teacher, but normally it'd be like, why are you disrupting my class? Sit down or you'll detention! Principal's office, get out of here!
Did I do something wrong?
Oh, Sensei, that...
What is it?
The teacher turned back to the blackboard. She tilted her head as she looked at the areas pointing at. She was looking, wasn't she? Couldn't she... Hadn't anyone else noticed?
Nothing's wrong, is it?
The teacher, everyone around me, no one had even noticed. Even though the words loomed on the blackboard, bright red words as if they'd been written in blood. That was when I realized I was the only one who could see them. Did you have a question about something? Oh, and then you pretend to faint so the floor will swallow you whole and you could just be like, out of there, Nerds' office, take me away. I desperately turned the cogs in my head. I had no idea what to do anymore. You pretend to faint. So you go to the therapist's office and play it off. On the other hand, the fact that only I could see the words was just a tiny bit comforting. It meant I was the only one who was crazy here. I'm not sure if that's as comforting as you meant it to be. Oh, I'm sorry. A bug or something flew in front of my face. Really, you're ready to be... That's not what you do. It just scared me.
Huh? Oh, is that what happened? I understand you were surprised, but please try to keep your voice down, alright?
Yes, I'm sorry. I sunk back into my seat as the room was filled with quiet giggles. That's why you pretend to faint. Normally my face would be turning crimson with embarrassment, but I was too preoccupied to care.
Hey, Yuna, you okay?
Ino turned around in her seat diagonally in front of me. She hadn't laughed at my sudden outburst. Instead, her face and voice contained general concern. Yeah. What a stupid thing to do. I tried fleetingly to laugh it off again, insisting that there were words on the blackboard that only I could see would only make people laugh at me, or thought I was crazy. Are you feeling okay? Want to go to the nervous office? I'll come with. I'm fine. I was just a little surprised. I mean, it was a big bug. It was like this big and it had wings. It looked like a beetle, but it had spider arms and it had fangs out of its mouth. And then it had like 6 eyes right across there and they were all red.
If you say so.
Really, I'm fine. Thank you. I was a little relieved when Ino turned around. I looked back to the blackboard as well, hoping that what I had seen had just been a hallucination. But... I don't know. It wasn't. And now new words had appeared on the board. I wasn't as alarmed as I had been the first time, and thought it was still creepy. The letters were a bit too cute to be really scary. I mean, look at that heart she has underneath the question mark. I mean, she could have invented a little bit more, but it's practically a heart. Do they have to drip like that, though? Come to the roof after school, okay? If you don't, I'll curse you! Were you gonna write kill? Are you that type of ghost? What exactly were they planning to do? And thank you for the heart. I feel so much better. This counts as a scary game, right? I mean, we got the ghosts, we got the scary writing, we're practically going crazy. When the bell signaled the next... Oh wait, this is a little loud. Of the 6th period... When the bell signaling the end of the 6th period rang, I sighed and put my head in my hands, elbows resting on my desk. It was a wretched final 2 periods after lunch. The mysterious blood writing continued popping up endlessly the whole time. On the blackboard, and in the end, it even showed up on my notebook too. The only reason I wasn't already collapsed on the desk was because the writing was now painted across the pages. Even though the writing was splashed across it, I could still copy things down from the blackboard, and when I timidly pushed a finger to the letters, it came away clean. So it wasn't as though I got blood all over my face if I laid my head down, but I wasn't exactly eager to do it. So I just covered my face to avoid looking at anything.
Yuna, you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm okay, I'm fine. And I was fine. I had gotten used to it. I've been surprised again when the writing had also appeared in my notebook. But, why not? I'm just thankful it wasn't on my clothes. But I had gotten used to it too, though it was still creepy. After 2 periods, I was almost able to laugh at it. I found myself about to write "buzz off" in my notebook in response. Am I actually pretty bold?
Want to head straight home now? The school's over? It kind of seems like it was for the best today.
I want nothing more than that, really, but they had been summoning me constantly for hours. If I just ignored them and went home, who knows what would happen to me. They said they would curse me, though I wasn't exactly sure what that meant. Sorry, I got something I have to do today.
Really? Surely you don't want to go home and rest?
I thought I might have been a little sick during lunch, but it turned out to be nothing. I'm okay, really. Thank you.
Sure, you sure? If you say so, then.
Anna knows I don't like people hanging around me too much at school, and yet she still has that concern for me. I wish I had met someone like her at my school. That would make things so much better. I felt bad for worrying her so much about something she couldn't see. Hurry up and come back when homeroom ends, Kay. If you go home, I'll curse you. The message was written clearly on the pages of my notebook. Yes, I understood. Come to you. Got it. Summoning. I love this music. I like this so far. This is very fun. Probably not the right game to play before Halloween month. I just think of Halloween as the whole October month, so it's not before Halloween. I like the actual day, but it is before the month of Halloween, which is the best. I mean, Christmas is better, but Halloween's up there. After homeroom, I picked up my bag and left the classroom. Of course, my destination is the roof. I got it, really. I got it already. I understand. What I had seen during lunch wasn't a dream, and it wasn't hallucination. It was reality. The voices I heard when I ate that candy, the two I'd seen when I turned around, it was the candy! The candy was poison! They were right! That had been real. In other words, I've been Satan. Second to a surprise to you guys. They were here. Those two were really ghosts.
Welcome back. Thank you for coming. Jeez, what talks you?
Well, gee, I don't know. Maybe teachers and the fact that you kept on threatening me. Okay, so that's the girl in the black uniform.
So, your name is Toomi Yuna-san.
I could clearly hear her asking my name and clearly see her figure now.
That's kind of a weird name.
Jerk? I think it's pretty normal. We exchanged names with each other along with some simple introduction.
I think it's a wonderful name.
Blah, 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 blah. The one in the black sailor uniform was Ikano. Oh, how did you say it? Seicha-san? She passed away 80 years ago in her 3rd year.
You think? Well, if you say so, Seicha-san, I guess it can be.
And the one in the white sailor uniform was Negatin. You know what? If they don't say it, I could not tell you the name. Meg. I'm just gonna call you Meg, okay? That might seem disrespectful, but you're just gonna be Meg because I can't say your name. She passed away 30 years ago in her 1st year. That sucked. How'd you guys die? I'm now very curious about that. The two of them are indeed Kindred Spirits. Seicha's son died in an accident, Meg, of illness, and they both had proper funerals, or so they told me. So, then why are they still lingering here?
The two of us are both students here, you see, and we died before graduating.
That would suck that a school was a place you had to haunt because you didn't graduate.
By the time I had realized it, I was a ghost on the roof here, and I had my fateful reunion with Seicha-san.
Wait, if she died 80 years ago and you died 30 years ago, you guys wouldn't have known each other. So how could you have a reunion? Would you really call that fate? Okay.
Megan and I both had such a strong regrets that we couldn't pass on. That's why we became ghosts here, in the place those regrets were deeply tied to.
Not graduating school is what you're deeply tied to? You have a few other things to be tied to.
Though they're called hunting spirits, I guess. Well, I'm alright with it since I get to be a Seicha-san.
And what are those regrets exactly?
The two of us, you see, like girls.
I did warn you guys, right? So no hate comments, please. What?
We like girls, fall in love with girls, and die when those feelings were at the strongest. Which is why we're still here now as spirits.
Okay, that's a little bit better than not because we didn't graduate school.
I became a ghost because I love...
Did I misread when they died? Because if one died 80 and one died 30, they should know each other. Unless my math is completely off. Right? I probably misread it. Oh, okay. Focus!
I became a ghost because I love Suchi-san so much.
Is that what you want to say the names? Like, do you have to say the names over and over and over?
Oh, thank you.
See, now Meg sounds like a bad name to have, but...
Meg, I love you too.
Ooh! Huh? What? What is with these two? So you guys are like lesbians? Oh!
そういういやらしい言い方しないのよ。めぐみとさちさんは
Oi.
関係なんだ
You don't have to make it sound so physical.
That sounds weird.
Suchi-san and I have a very pure relationship.
で
Lesbians.
女性同士
It
の
means
同性
female
愛者のこと
homosexuals.
さ
Suchi-san. But there are different ways to say it, aren't there? You know, like S.
ほら
I'm not gonna...
シスターの S ですよ
S for sisters.
I have never heard it called that, but I will take your word for it. Really? I didn't know that. I...
えあれ
What? Why not?
最近はもうちょっと綺麗な言葉があったはずよ
Are you really debating on what it's
ほ
called?
ら花に例えて
Wasn't there a prettier word for it these days? What was it? Some flower, I believe.
ゆり
Yuri?
そう
Yes, that's it. I believe I heard that word used in this way.
These days? Oh, right. They sued that a pretty long time ago, huh?
ゆり
I like it. Lilies are such pretty
綺麗
flowers.
な花よ
Is that really where that comes from?
うん
Oh, I know.
私
Why
た
don't we
ち
set all that aside and you just tell the two of us kindred
ゆりやだっ
spirits?
たの
Excuse me?
Wow, that's wonderful, Suchi-san.
Do you have to keep on saying the names? Really? Really? You're okay with that?
ま
Well, I think I get it, but...
つまり
So, in other words,
二
you
人
two are a
は
couple?
Yeah,
そうね
right.
それなのに
So, then why are you still ghosts? Yeah, that's what I want to know. If you're reunited, would that solve all your problems?
ゆりれいよ
Kindred spirits.
Do we really have to? Why, yes, we started this, we really have
めで
to.
たくその
Well,
女の子
you,
の
well,
子ができたでしょ
found your kindred spirits and got together, right? Shouldn't that have been enough to pass on? I mean, it sounds like it to me.
うん
Huh? They went all quiet. It's never good when they go quiet.
You're right.
そうね
I do have an adorable partner named
めぐみという可愛い恋人ができたわ
Meggie now.
でも本
But
当
it
はそれ
seems
だけ
that
じゃ
wasn't
満
enough
足
to
できなかった
satisfy the two of us.
Why is that?
確かに
To
思い
find your
を
love
通じ合う
and understand
恋
her
人は
feeling
でき
is
たけど
wonderful. But it seems we weren't passed on without exploring
こ
these
の
feelings
思
for
いを
each
確か
other.
め合うことを知らずには成
So
仏できないのよ
explore. I don't get why you're trapped here or why. Yeah, you mean?
Jeez, don't make it spell it out for you.
めぐみはさちさんと心
Where
も
did
体
I
も
start?
二
I
人に
might really regret starting this game.
Suchi-chan and I want to become one in body and soul.
Again, I have to ask why you need my help and why you haven't done it already.
え
What? You mean?
Hey, what are you talking about, you perv?
You started
あなた
it.
の方でしょ
You're the one thinking about it, ain't you? Weren't you the one who just talked about how pure your relationship was?
でもまあ
But that's how it is. If May and I become one in body as well as in soul, then I think we'll be able to leave this world without regrets.
この空
And
の高い
again,
ところ
I
まで
ask
行ける気が
what
す
that
る
has to do with me. I think I feel my brain melting. I'm right there with you. Well, at least they're trying to pass on instead of sticking around as ghosts. I see. I'm gonna put a huge question mark
さ
after
っさ
that.
と成仏できるように
Why don't you just like do it so you can pass on?
ちゃえばいいじゃん
Again, that's what I've been asking.
それがね
Well, the thing is...
だってめぐみたち二人ともやり方がわからないんだもん
You've had how many years to learn this? And I'm assuming this is a high school. Oh, you should know this.
The two of us don't know how it's done is the thing.
Please tell me I don't have to teach you. I really don't want a game about that. How's it done?
あなたは知らない？
Why was I picked to see them? I should not be playing this game with my parents and the electricians.
知るわけないでし
Of
ょ
course
そん
I
なこと。
don't.
I didn't think so. I assumed you weren't in a relationship because you always come here alone to
恋
eat
人
lunch.
なんていないだろうと
Just
思
how
っていたけど
long have you been spying on me? Oh, give me a break. I mean, I don't, but this is a girls' school, you know? Even if I had a boyfriend, I won't be able to have lunch with him here. And I've never even thought about having a girlfriend. I just can't find one.
それで私への用ってそのことなの？
So, this is what you want me for? I'll have to say I'm sorry, I can't help you then.
サチさんや
No, duh. Such a son already said she didn't think so, right? We already know you'd be useless for this.
悪かったわね。
My
それ
apologies.
じゃあ何の用なの？
What do you want then?
この学校にもね。
At this school, there are other girls like us. Girls tortured by hidden feelings in their hearts for other girls
で
here.
もあと少しの
But
勇
they
気
don't
が
have,
ほんのちょっとしたきっかけ
but
が
they
足りな
don't
くて
have
踏み
that
出せない子がいるの。
last little bit of courage or an opportunity to act on their feelings.
私たちは
And since we're ghosts, we haven't been
そ
able
う
to do
いう子に何
anything
もしてあげる
for
ことが
these
でき
poor
ない。
girls. But
やっと私たち
there's
の声を
finally
聞いてく
somebody
れ
who
る人
can
が
hear our
でき
voices now.
Huh? Did they mean
あなたには
you should
私たちの代わ
We
りに
would like you
そう
to
いう
help
子
us.
たちの背中をちょっと押してあ
bleh
げる
bleh?
お手伝い
Okay,
をしてほしい
focus on
の
the words. Okay.
We would like you to help those girls act on their feelings, giving them the tiny push so we cannot.
キューピッド
We want you to play
欲しいってこと
Cupid.
なの。
Can I have a pair of wings? That'd be awesome.
え
What? No way. Not happening. Sister. I can't do that.
あなたのほんのちょっと
It's just a small nudge. I'm sure this girl can make their feelings known.
Why should I have to butt into their business like that?
今日もきっといるは
There's
ずよ。
probably one
同じ
here
会話は
today.
まだきっと
She should still be in one of the buildings.
あ
Ah,
あの子ね。
that one?
うん
Yes,
そうね。
you're right.
めぐみ私ちょっと
Megami.
ユナ
Okay,
さんを
I
あ
got
の子の
right,
ところ
like,
に案内してくる
in
わ。
English how to say that, or in my way how to say that. Megami. Okay, Megami.
I'm gonna take Yuna-san to see her.
ちょっと
Wait a sec, I can't poke my nose into this stuff.
あら断る
Oh? You wanna turn us down?
当たり前でしょ
Of course I do. I can't do this.
So you like to read my messages every day in class for that one?
私からのメッセージ
Called manipulation, you jerk.
あれは
That was you. Of course it was. Even I thought it was her because it had like the hearts in it, like it was in like kind of like in a cute fashion. I didn't think it was the Sichio-san? However you say your name.
あれだけじゃないの
Oh my god, I love games like that because they aren't just pictures and they're just like a lot of words. But I just love like the art style that goes into them, like the attention to detail and like that. Like you added the little like flames around her. That's so cool.
But that's not all, you know. I can put a real curse on you. I wouldn't mind.
That's underhanded.
まあまあ
Now, Megami. We can't force her. How about just for today then?
今日だけ
Just humor us
私たち
today.
に付き合って
I
く
want
れ
you
る
to follow me and see what we need.
私たちが見つけ
See
た
one of the
女の子
girls we
の
found for just a little bit of your time today.
ねえそれ
Would
じ
you
ゃあ
at least do that?
Fine, I get it. I'll go with you just for a few minutes. Today only. But that's it. I stopped my foot there. I get it. But just today, okay?
それでいいわ
That's fine. I'll take you there then. We'll be back, Megami.
ちょっとはーい
Okay.
いってらっしゃいサチさん
I'll be waiting. Sichan-san.
See, walked off towards the entrance to the roof. More floated, I suppose, like ghosts would? Megami's son staying here?
ほら
Come on, Sichan's waiting, isn't she? Hurry up and follow her.
Right. Yes, ma'am, right away, ma'am. What was that about? Well, whatever. I'll follow Seichi-san over the stairs. When I opened the door, Seichi-san remained where she was for some reason, saying to
行
me,
き先は
We're headed to the inner building. I'll meet you at the entrance.
はい
okay. Weren't we going together? She's a ghost. She has no use for doors or stairs or actually walls either.
よく見てあげて
Look
ね
closely at the girl who shares
私
our
たちと
feelings
同
with
じ
you.
思いを
But
抱え
if
た
you
この
can,
姿を
please help her just a little.
I really have no intention of doing that though. Seichi-san's smile was genuine and gentle as she spoke. And then she drifted down through the floor. I love this music.
Come this way.
After we met at the entrance to the inner building, Sichi-san walked ahead of me down the hallway. Her movement was completely natural, but her feet didn't touch the floor, instead hovering inches above it. We seemed to be about the same height, but her head rose just a tiny bit above mine from the floating.
It's here. Look around this corner. Oh, but don't be too conspicuous. She'll see you.
So she said. I stood on the stairs where they met the hallway and quietly peeked into the hall. What are you doing? And I saw a girl standing against the wall, right next to one of the third-year classrooms. Her skirt was red, giving her away as a first year, one who just began a school a few weeks ago, a girl I had never seen.
Can you see the girl?
Yeah. I doubt the girl would be able to see Sichi-san, but she stayed back there with me on the stairs, maybe to keep me company? I was a little distracted by Sichi-san's transparent body slightly overlapping through mine though. Oh, that'd be creepy.
Can you tell what she's trying to do?
Peek on her crush would be my guess, huh? What is she doing? She stayed out of the classroom the whole time we've been watching her, merely glancing inside every so often. Maybe she has some business with an upperclassman inside? If that's it, she should just go in.
Can you see what she's holding in her hand?
A piece of cloth? It kind of looks like a hand cloth. Huh? Her hand? I can't really tell. Now that she mentioned it, it does look like the girl was crunching something to her chest, as if she held some precious object. I couldn't tell what it was from the distance, but it wasn't in her bag, it was smaller. But it wasn't her bag, it was smaller.
It's a letter.
A letter? It did sort of look like a letter now. And I still say it looks like cloth. A letter? A first year holding a letter in her hands, after school, petrified before a classroom door. Could it be? We're very slow in this game.
That's right. She wants to give one of the girls in that class a letter she wrote. And you don't need me to point out what sort of letter it is, do you?
You mean a love letter?
Right, but the girl's classroom's in the room right now, so she's been stuck this whole time, blocked from sneaking inside.
Ah.
The girl to whom she wants to deliver the letter isn't inside right now, so she must intend to put it in the girl's bag or desk. But she can't go inside with those girls still in there. Say, Yuna-san.
Huh? Yeah?
How long do you think she's been like this?
By the look of her, I would guess anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. How long had it been since classes ended today? 30. Oh! Called it! 30 minutes or so?
Not quite. She's been doing this ever since Monday of the week before last. Every day at school. Just like this.
What? 2 weeks ago? That long? Wow, that is some dedication right there. And also a little bit long to be petrified outside the door. Also impressive that she hadn't been caught and people will be like, what are you doing? You're here every day looking in at us.
Yes, she doesn't seem to have the courage to present her letter directly, so she's been waiting for a chance to leave it here this whole time. Say, Yuna-san.
Yes?
Don't you think it took an awful lot of courage just to write that letter?
Hell yeah, it did.
And more than that, she's been waiting here every day? What courage do you think she's been able to muster if we were able to leave that letter there? I want to give girls like this the little push they need. I want to help them. When I see how serious she looks, I feel frustrated with myself for being unable to help her.
But you're able to find out about her, which is helpful, because now you get me the help. She's right. If the classrooms were empty, that girl would probably find the courage to go inside. I also find it kind of hard to believe that this one classroom has been full every day after school. But then again, as soon as the bell rang, I was out of school, I was hightailing it home, I wasn't sticking around for anything. If it were empty, the reason she's been waiting outside is because the girl's hanging out in there. For 2 whole weeks now. So, the people inside the classroom just need to come out, right?
Yes, I suppose so.
Let me try something. I stuck in a breath, putting together words I would say. And... Oh, I was saying she's gonna yell fire. That is so much better. All girls school and a dog? Smart cookies. Hey, somebody! There's a dog in the school building! I shouted, putting on a bit of a voice.
Yuna-san?
I glanced back at the hallway again, ignoring Citrus-san's look of wide-eyed surprise. Did it work?
Oh.
Yes! I caught their interest with that shout, just as I expected to. Three third years emerged from the classroom, chatting as they jogged my way. They paid no mind to the first year standing frozen by the door. It worked! Let's hide, Citrus-san.
Right.
I stole a quick glance back into the hallway. Just long enough to see the girl slip into the classroom. Yeah, go girl! It looks like she made it.
Yes, it's amazing, Yuna-san.
It wasn't that great. Really, it wasn't. But for some reason, I felt slightly satisfied deep in my heart. Maybe it's just because I got to shout? That's what I decided to think anyways. The girls who came out of the classroom walked further down the hallway talking about something. I slunk up the stairs to avoid them. I sighed inadvertently. How on earth did I do that? The satisfaction has disappeared, replaced by a heavy feeling.
Thank you, Yuna-san. Return to the roof?
Huh? Oh, sure. I just wanted to go home, but I already replied to her by the time I realized it.
I'll see you there.
Senna-jun said, passing straight through the window, just like a ghost. With another sigh, I headed back down the stairs, and just then, the first year ran down the hallway towards me from the direction of the classroom. She passed me by, and in that instant, I saw the expression on her face. She was bright red, and it almost looked like she was ready to burst into tears. Yet, she looked incredibly happy. I did it! With those little words, she ran off to the hallway, connecting to the Harrison. That's not how you say that building. At least I know I'm messing up the words. Oh, you helped out. Yeah, you.
Oh, you're finally back. Took you long enough.
Well, some of us have to walk the way back up. Citrus-san had already arrived on the roof.
Welcome back, Yuna-san.
I was a little winded from the climb up the stairs, but Citrus-san looked completely fine. Ghosts are unfair.
I looked around the classroom some after everyone left. It looks like she was able to leave her letter. Wow, Citrus-san, that's great! Yes, it is, and that was well clever of you, Yuna-san.
Thanks? The comment did nothing to improve my mood.
I know it was right about you, Yuna-san. You're incredible. Can I ask you to continue helping us?
What happened just for today? What on earth is she saying? She was right about me? They would have taken anyone who could see them.
I want to send such a waste to leave it just today. I'd love it if you would help us tomorrow as well.
But that's...
You don't want to do it?
Don't threaten me! I don't want to help you with this.
But you just did?
That's... I had no choice. I really didn't mean to. No, seriously, why did I do that? I don't even know myself. I can't believe I snuck my nose into that girl's business like that.
Please, Yuna-san. We're asking you so nicely, ain't we?
I have my own things to do, you know?
I see. That's too bad.
Has she given up?
Could you think about it over for just one night then? You can give us your answer tomorrow.
No, she hadn't. I suppose I could at least think about it, though. I get it. Just let me think on it for the night.
Really? You're not gonna change your mind.
I'm telling you to let me think about it. If I decide I can't do it, then seriously, please give up.
Yes, that's fine with me. Please give me some thought.
I love that drawing of her. That is so cool.
You better give us the right answer tomorrow, or else.
Seriously, can I at least think about it? She's really gonna curse me. Oh, I like this game. It's cute. Yeah, so hopefully it'll start us off right here when we went back to the house. But I'm gonna leave this here. I really like this. I like the storyline so far, and I like the way it's drawn. And I really love games like this, where I know it might be boring for you guys because it's just, it's just a picture and then a lot of me reading. But I don't know. I like this, and it had ghosts. So I thought the way I told myself is that this is slowly into Halloween mode. We're gonna have a little cute ghost game full of love and happiness and positivity. And then we'll get into the scary, depressing, and horrifying games that I have lined up. Of course, that's all scary and horrifying to me. It might be child's play to you guys, so who knows. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you warriors later.